Hello, this is Dr. Don, leadership strategist and CEO of Influencers Global. Welcome to Motivation Monday. Back in 1996, when the Olympics was held here in Atlanta, Georgia, the person who carried the torch to his final destination here was Muhammad Ali. I remember Muhammad Ali as a child coming up and watching his fights, and his history goes back before I was even born. Back in the 1960s, Muhammad Ali made his world debut by taking on Sonny Liston and beating him. And not only did he beat him, but he came back and fought him and defended his title as heavyweight champion of the world in his second match by knocking Sonny Liston out with a punch that many said they missed and never saw. So Muhammad Ali is probably most known for the expression, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. But the part that a lot of people forget is the hands can't hit what the eyes can't see. And that's often how conflict comes into our life, isn't it? It comes into our life in ways that we can't see. Until before we know it, we're either knocked out by it or maybe we knock somebody else by it, out with how we responded to it. And so today I want to talk to you about how to deal with conflict. There's really 4 unhealthy ways that people deal with conflict, and really one way I want to encourage you for the most part to respond to conflict. So the first way that many people respond to conflict is simply win-lose. In other words, I knock you out, I get the goal, but I lose the relationship. Sometimes we do that in positions of leadership. We may use our power or our influence, and we want to get something done. It has to be done. It's urgent, it's important, and we'll knock people out just to get it done. But when it's all said and done, you've got the goal, but you've lost the relationship. That's probably not the best way to handle conflict. The other way that we do is the opposite. Well, I guess I'll just lose. I'll forget the goal so I can preserve the relationship. Lose-win. I'm going to let you win. I'm not going to get what I want, but I'm going to let you win to keep the relationship. Well, you may keep the relationship, but if you're a boss or a manager, you may lose your job because you didn't get the task done. If you are taking care of things in your family, you may lose your home because you didn't pay your bill to preserve a relationship. So that's not always the healthy way. The third way that people attempt to manage conflict or handle conflict is through compromise. Compromise is real simple. I give a little, I get a little. You give a little, you get a little. The problem with compromise is it's not a bad option, but everybody loses something. Sometimes compromise works, sometimes it doesn't, but at the end of the day, everybody has to lose something for there to be some type of agreement and compromise. The next way that people handle conflict is avoidance. Avoidance. You know what? I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You stay on your side over there, I'm gonna stay on my side over here. So at that point, you have not gotten any objective or goal accomplished, and you've not preserved the relationship. Basically, forget both of them. Forget the goal, forget the relationship. And most of the time, that's not the best way. Every now and then, if it's a toxic relationship or a business deal gone bad with someone who has bad ethics or poor ethics than you, sometimes it's appropriate to end, but that's not always the best first response. So we have win-lose, where first I get the goal that I want, but I lose the relationship. We have lose-win, where I keep the relationship, but I lose the goal. We have compromise, where I give a little and I get a little and I give it back, and you get some and I lose some. And then we have avoidance, where we say, you know what, you stay on your side, I stay on my side, I lost the relationship and the goal. Can I tell you that the best way to handle conflict whenever you're able to is to go for a win-win style. Win-win simply means this. We find out what the goal is. What is our mutual goal together? And instead of fighting one another, we fight together for that goal to be accomplished. So as you fight together, what happens? You're fighting on the same side, you're building a relationship, and you're getting things done. Personally, I have an expression that I use whenever I'm leading and working with a group of people, and here's my expression. If I can't do win-win, I don't do it at all. I want win-win. I don't want to do win-lose and lose relationships. And I don't want to use people and to get my goals or objectives done. I want to encourage you, you don't have to fight against the person you're working with. You can work together and fight to achieve your goal. This is Dr. Don. Thank you for joining me for Motivation Monday. Make it a great week.